that you're here, we can start the show. Had to go a little bit further than you thought that you had to go. If you wanna see, you have to miss a thing. I suppose you could say.
I want to welcome you to my show and welcome you back. I know it's been a week, but I was pretty busy organizing my list for the top 10 anime of all time. And if you've been following along, you know this podcast is not just about fantasy and science fiction. It's also about all things nerdy and geeky. And this is my top 10 anime of all time. As I was doing my list, it turned from top 10 to a top 30 because I didn't want to leave anything out. So follow along with me. Give me some time, patience. And remember, this list is purely subjective, based on what I enjoy, what gives me the most enjoyment, which shows where give me a sense of completion, which lends itself to repeat viewing, and which gives me a great sense of nostalgia. Great shows, and remember, it's purely subjective. If you have any objections, please list them on the commentaries, and let me know what you think. Let me know what you think I missed out on and why. And be fair. No, don't be mean. It's just subjective and based on what I like. So let's go on with the show. All right, at number 30, I have Kanamani Cristo Gangetsu. First of all, I love the show because of the animation. It's beautiful to watch. The colors are incredible. They pop out of the screen. You watch it in HD, it's even better. It's almost 3D. It's almost like the dreamlike show. It's a great show for you just watch purely for the animation. But the story itself is great. If you read Kanamani Cristo in school, you know that it's about a man who was imprisoned wrongly, and then the man was imprisoned wrongly by his best friend, and the best friend ended up marrying his the love of his life. So when he gets out of jail, he comes to in the possession of a great treasure, and he plots his revenge and his vengeance, and it's just an awesome show. It was very well done. Doesn't get enough credit. But it lends itself to repeat viewing, and it's just a great show to watch and enjoy. So I think you should give it a chance. At number 29, I have Voltron, an old show, an oldie but a goodie. 5 tigers form to become one great robot that fights enemies and fights these super bad guys, super giants. I used to rush home from school when I got out of grade school to go home and watch it before I did my homework. I had the toys when I was a kid. I played with it till they were broke. It was a great show to watch and really enjoyable. And number 28, I have Full Metal Panic. Full Metal Panic is a great show to enjoy, and animation is great. The story is funny, and it gets serious towards the end. But it's a mecha show. I love mecha shows. I love mecha robots. So it's a great show to watch and enjoy. Give it a shout out and give it a chance to watch it because it's really good. And number 27, I have Detroit Metal City. Detroit Metal City is a show about a rock band, a heavy metal rock band. The lead protagonist is a mild-mannered kid, pretty much a nerd in his daily life, and he wants to be a J-pop musician who writes love songs, but his love songs turned out to be really horrible. But in nighttime, he puts on a costume, turns into a Kiss-like metal rock god who sings, plays the guitar incredibly, and just outrageous scenarios, and very funny. Give it a shout out. I mean, if you haven't seen it, you have to see it. The manga's great too, so just give it a chance to watch, and I think you'd really enjoy it. Number 26 is The Record of Lodoss War. This has to be on my list because I love all things science fiction and fantasy. It's a fantasy-based show, medieval, with mecha in it. And it's only about 12 episodes, but it's a great show to watch and enjoy, and I think you'd get a kick out of it. Number 26, I have Record of Lodoss War. I said that already. 25, I'm sorry, it's Cromartie High School. If you like Detroit Metal City, you'll love Cromartie High School. It's about a high school of misfits and juvenile delinquents. They come together in one school. They're just outrageous. They're just crazy. The things they do to each other is insane. The character who gets enrolled into the school is a normal kid, not a juvenile delinquent, but he gets enrolled into school with a bunch of crazy people, and it's just insanely funny, insanely great, and the manga is just as good too. So give it a chance to watch. Also, it lends itself to repeat viewing, so it's a great show to watch. 24, Samurai Flamenco. I caught that show on Netflix. It was a fun show to watch. Based on a kid who wants to be a superhero. He has no superpowers, but eventually he teams with a cop. They form a great buddy relationship, and he does great things. I caught it on Netflix. There's a lot of good stuff on Netflix, so give it a chance on Netflix. I think you'd enjoy it. Number 23 is Tiger and Bunny. Tiger and Bunny is a great show. Another superhero show. This one's these superheroes are basically on a reality-based TV show where they're rated on their heroics, and these two form a team together, and they go on to do great things. Great show. Great show. I think you'd really like it. I enjoyed it a great deal. Number 22 is Escaflowne. Escaflowne is a great show. I keep saying that again. I keep saying the word great, but it's an awesome show to watch, awesome show to enjoy, and it's also medieval and based on fantasy. And there's a great movie that wraps up everything at the end. And there's mecha in it, and there's knights. So I think you'd really enjoy it, and give it a chance. It's an awesome show. Number 21, I have Wolf's Rain. Wolf's Rain is very controversial because of the ending. I know people are going to say, "Oh, that ending was just horrible." But if you leave the ending alone, just watch the show from the beginning, from the first episode to the last. It's a great show. The animation is great. The voice acting is awesome. These wolves are basically on a mission to go to heaven. They form to come together. They fight this evil guy, and spoiler alert: the evil guy wins, which is really brutal to watch. But up until that point, the show is awesome to see and enjoy, and I loved it a great deal. At number 20, I have Fruit Baskets. Fruit Baskets is a classic. It's this girl who develops a friendship with some, I guess, fantastical creatures who look like boys. The boys would fight over her, and it's a great show to introduce your fiance or your girlfriend to if she's not into anime. My wife, my fiance at the time, to the show. She loved it, so it's a great show to watch and enjoy for that reason alone. At number 19, I have Fully Cooley. Fully Cooley is I can't describe the show. It's really weird. It's about this kid who gets mecha that developed from his forehead when he gets hit by a girl with a guitar. There's only 6 episodes, but it's really weird, and the animation is great. But it's a great show to watch, and I heard that there's a sequel coming in 2017, so look for that. But it's a great show to enjoy and watch, and I really loved it. So I think it's a good show to look out for. That's at number 19. Number 18, I have Beck, Mongolian Chop Squad. What a great show. Another heavy metal rock band. This is about the trials and tribulations of becoming a success in Japan on the rock band scene. This kid forms a band with a group of what you would call delinquents. They're not like him. He's a classical musician and classical guitarist, basically a nerd. And he's not the type of person who would get into hang out with these people. But his musicianship is so great, and his level of guitar playing is so awesome that they basically accept him. And you go through their how they get to become a great band. It's a great show to watch and follow along. So give it a chance. It's a good show. That's at number 18. At number 17, I have Boondocks. Boondocks is a great show. If you haven't seen that, what can I say? It started for me. It started when I read the comic in the newspaper, and then when I heard it was going to get animated by Madhouse on Cartoon Network, I followed along with Yui and Riley and Grandpa, and it's a little politically incorrect, but it's a great show, fantastic show, and it's purely enjoyable, great show to watch and enjoy and follow along, and it's funny, politically incorrect. It lasted for about, I think, 4 or 5 seasons, but give it a shout out. It's a great show to enjoy and look out for. Number 16, I have Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho is a fantastic show. This kid gets hit by a car, develops powers through which basically forms a spirit gun through his hands. He goes on to fight these bad guys. One of the great scenes in the show is when it was the first arc where he fights can't remember the name of the character right now, but he fights him in this big arena. The arena is destroyed during their battle, so they think the fight's going to be forfeited. So he goes off into the distance and comes back with a giant block of rock or concrete or basically a mountain that he forms his own arena and puts it on his shoulder and walks with it. And you is not intimidated in the least. He looks at him and looks forward to the fight. I just love the show for that reason because he's an underdog fighting for the who's super powered and fights the bad guy who's seems to be undefeatable and incredible. But he somehow finds a way to beat him and it's a great old school show. I know at one point it was leading in the ratings over Dragon Ball Z. So if you like Dragon Ball Z, you'll love Yu Yu Hakusho. Another show, number 15, is Morbido. This royal prince who is believed to be a threat to the king because he's a water demon gets a bodyguard to protect him, a female bodyguard, and she's badass. I mean, she's just total rocks, and she protects him, and they develop a strong bond between the two of them. It's a great show, greatly animated. I found it on Netflix. I think you greatly enjoy it, and that's my top 15, my bottom 15. My next episode, I'll get to my top 15 episodes of all time. I hope you enjoyed this show. If you have any remarks or comments, listen below. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.